What's up, guys? This is the Mad Review coming at you once again. Hope you guys are doing great. Sitting here, I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on this PS4. I guess it was a press conference. I mean, I seen a lot of shit last night. Some of the shit looked pretty cool, but at the same time, some of it was kind of left up the ass. I was expecting. I seen. Let's talk about the positives. I seen they were showing Killzone 4. And of course, it looked good. Anything they do with Killzone looks good. I'm not a fan of the Killzone controls, but I know a lot of people that's not. And if you ever played Killzone, you know that when you play that shit for a while, it fucks up your controls on other games. Or it always had me pushing the wrong buttons all the time, and it makes you not want to play it much because when you change games, every other game actually has a default format that you're used to, and when you change that shit up, you start getting your fucking ass slapped around. But anyway, the graphics, they were actually showing a lot of rendered models and so on and so forth of the graphics quality on the PS4, which of course, man, would you move out of my fucking way, dude? I mean, for real. Look, get the fuck out of my way, man. You got me killed because you're a fucking retard. Anyway, motherfucker, don't ever stand in front of a door hole where somebody can't even get the fuck out. I mean, that's just rude and unacceptable. You will get your motherfucking ass shot by me. Anyway, point being is, look at this fucker. Free headshot. But anyway, going on, they showed the controller and it has like a little share button. It's got some kind of new little screen on it and shit, which is a movement, in a forward motion, which is great. I'm glad to see they actually did something with the controller, but at the same time, there was nothing wrong with the PS3 controller other than it needed to be made more solid. I noticed I had a lot of issues with the PS3 controller with the R1 button actually getting broken quite easily because R1, if you're familiar with PS3, is your fire button unless you change it. Which I didn't like the way the R2 button and shit. That kind of felt spongy. I was never a fan of a spongy button. But anyway, going on, the things that they did leave out of the press conference was there was no console. I did not see nothing about a fucking console. I did not see nothing about shit. There was no images. There was no drawings. There was no renderizations. It was kind of in fucking limbo. I mean, there was nothing there. They had the controller. That was it. The controller did look good, but it wasn't like I don't know what their fucking plan is. I mean, granted, Sony is this big monstrous fucking hype machine, and I mean, I know how they roll. I mean, they're always about hyping shit up and getting people's fucking hopes up, and people think this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and sometimes it doesn't happen the way they want you to think that it's going to happen. Um, Now, I don't know who's familiar with Sony. I mean, you guys know if you've played around with Sony for the last 4 or 5 years, their hype, they've put a lot of hype up in this PS3. I'm sure the hype sold a lot of consoles for those guys. And I'm sure that the free online sold a lot of freaking consoles for those guys too. Because, like I said, there's a lot of buddies of mine. The only reason they play on PS3 is because it's free. And guys, I'm here to tell you, you get what you pay for. And I'm not going to be no fanboy for Microsoft or none of that shit. But I do notice that a lot of the servers when I played on PS3 had a lot of problems and so on and so forth with their actual details of lag. Now I've seen lag on on Xbox. Don't get me wrong, but they Sony dropped the ball this on PS3 consoles whenever they left out the whole party chat system and the way that everything flowed together. It was like they didn't even put that first in line at all. and I'm just getting slapped around. But anyway, moving on, I do expect good things from the PS4, because they're actually dropping that stupid ass cell processor shit. I think that was their biggest problem, and I think they realized that about halfway into the whole console's life. I think it became a reality to them that it had issues and it was hard to program for. They had to actually send out, from what I understand, actually trained technicians to help the developers of games actually program their games for the company. Um, which, you know, if you're coming late into the game getting a new console, man, or, you probably don't know that. And there's probably people that didn't even realize that Sony actually paid their own people to go out to companies like Activision and, um, you know, fucking various other companies just to get shit done. Um, I'm sorry I'm having such a shitty game. This is my first game today. Um, and I'm kind of trying to get out all the information that I can to you guys about what's going on. Another thing that was missed was the price. They did not list a freaking price for this console. There was no price listed, there was no console, and there was no release date. Which, I mean, they said it would be holiday of this year. But holiday of this year, that could be any time between fucking Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And god damn it. Anyway, don't you love it when you got a scratch and then you fucking get all fucked up? But anyway, going on, guys. Um, I just don't know why they didn't show the picture, they didn't show a price, and they didn't actually release the actual release date. 300 Claymore kills, nice. I don't know, man. I just hope that they actually come through with something this time, and that it actually gives Microsoft some competition, where they actually can come out and produce good quality games without worrying about developmental bugs. They had a lot of issues, like I said, with the cell processor. I know that it was dubbed going to be one of these badass things, and it could have been, but I don't think it was the right appropriate time for them to actually release the technology for the cell processor due to the limitations of the developers. And it just had a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of problems with it. And I mean, you guys can go and research that, and you'll see that that was what stopped a lot of the chat features and cross-game chat stuff. Was and this fucking dick's gonna get my counter UAV. Anyway, but shit happens, man. Shit happens. This is the first time you're tuning in, man. I hope you enjoyed. This is definitely not one of my best games, but it is a game, nevertheless. And it's my first game of the day. I wanted to go ahead and get you guys a video out. Like I said, man, I've been pretty damn busy lately. I'm still doing a lot of work on a place that I actually moved into recently, and a lot of this is I'm feeling the crunch of feeling the crunch, man, trying to just get shit done. But if this is the first time you're tuning in, hope you liked it. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like, and share. And check out my other videos. I've got several emblems that I've actually made. Check those out. Also check out my other game videos. And till next time, guys, you guys